swear to God, if we returns by death here, I will go insane. I will go into the man. Better not fucking die there, dude. I feel you, Subaru. I love you. You're my best boy. You're my son. You're pure greatness. But there was no reason to dive in to save Rem there. I know that you can't leave her helpless and that your main priority right now is to protect everyone. But dude, she was going in. And let me say that right now. Rem. Holy shit, that transformation. The Oni, blue ogre, the horn coming out, that laughter. Just going in like a sadistic fiend, straight berserker mode. She even dropped the flail. Just straight up dropped that shit. She's going in with barehanded, laughing maniacally, destroying and ripping apart these Maju. And you think you had to jump in to save her just because she was surrounded by all sides? I don't even think she was going full force yet. I think she would have been fine. But regardless, that shit was insane, dude. That ending... The cliffhanger right now, the anxiety that I feel, because yeah, we know we can return by death, but especially with the build-up of the last 2 episodes, right now, in terms of Subaru's trust from Rem and Ram, his bond with Emilia, which is the best we're gonna get out of the consistent returns by death that we've gotten throughout this arc. Okay, that lap fucking pillow, dude, I can't lose that. I can't lose the bond that's brewing between him and Goddess LIA-TAN. Her in this episode where she just put her hand on his chest and she's like, may the blessings of the spirits be with you. That smile, that warm-heartedness, which the juxtaposition with that and my theories about her and Satella being one and the same, which if you don't know about those theories, go back and watch my past reviews, especially the episode 8 review, to get more depth into that. But dude, Re:Zero, episode 9, and the wait fucking killed me, dude. This delay. Next week is gonna be a pain in the ass too. I just can't wait for this fucking tennis open to be done. I can't wait. But this episode, we called it, boys. We fucking did it. It was the dog. It was the dog this whole time, that bite. And here's the thing. I called it from day one. Ever since the initial bite. I was like, maybe back during episode 4, when he was all getting sick from the curse and shit like that. And then he was slayed by Rem before we even knew what was going on. I was like, there's a good chance that he was either poisoned or that dog bite did it. And as we found out more about the shamans and the curses from Beako, which the dynamic between them in this episode where she's like, what are you even talking about? I just told you about the shamans today. And he's like, he just repeats himself. I'm like, dude, I love this dynamic so much, right? But I called it, and I kept dismissing it. I kept bringing it up and dismissing it because I'm like, it could very well still be the dog. But it just seems so absurd to me. The only thing that I was really thinking about was that maybe the dog was a spirit, and that's why it's like it's under the control of somebody else, and they're inflicting the curse through there. And that wasn't too far off. So I basically called it, as we find out about the Maju in this episode, the mabeasts, basically these creatures, these demonic creatures, animalistic in nature, that were forged and created by the witch Satella. And that's basically the only insight we get into it from Rem. I'm wondering right now, as you see the fucking little puppy, dude, he had the children in trance. He was sucking their life force. He led them into the forest, broke the seal. I'm just like, dude, what a fiend. And my big question with the Maju right now is if they have agency of their own. Because the fucking fiendish ones, and when Subaru took that one out, dude, sacrificing his arm, wraps a coat around it, slams it into the tree, dude, and then just pierces it. I'm like, oh my god, shit is going in right now, dude. Shit is absolutely going in. We're gonna talk about Subaru and Rem in this episode, because that was definitely the biggest thing, especially with that dialogue for me. This episode, a lot more straightforward and a lot less to really parse out than prior episodes for sure, but the hype is there. That cliffhanger was brutal, and I still want to craft some theories as far as the mabeasts are concerned. So, like I was saying, my biggest question with them is if they have agency of their own accord, because like it seems to me that at least the small puppy was controlling the mass and the hordes of the rest of them that were around, right? I don't know if they have their own agency of free will or if they take commands directly from the witch Sata. Like that one dog was taking commands from Sata. I think that's far-fetched, especially going back to Emilia and Sata being one and the same, whether it be that Emilia, I'm one of the proponents of people that says that Emilia, even though she is most likely Satella, at the very least, we know she has ties to Satella. But I like to look at the lens that they're one and the same. I don't think she has any knowledge of this, or she's conscious or aware of it. And Satella, it lurks within her subconscious. That's how I see it, based on, you know, the sage, the dragon, and the hero that sealed off, and what Beako said about them destroying, you know, and sealing the wish, but they weren't able to destroy her flesh. that being Emilia, the remnants of that, and not having any conscience of this, or we can get into the time travel theories and how, you know, she hasn't even become Satella yet at this stage, and how she brought Subaru. And regardless of that, I really don't think Emilia actively would be ordering the Maju to go after Subaru and everything like that. My question then is are people outside of Satella able to control the Maju in some way or another? Whether, you know, it could be a host of possibilities. Other King's candidates, you know, Elsa and her group, for example. Things like enemies of Emilia, you know, in particular are Rosewall. Because, dude, Rosewall, I don't even know what that meeting was that he had to go and encounter. The man was dressed up like a boss. The man, he took to the skies, man. He just took to the skies and flew up. I'm like, Rosewall's a fucking boss. So enigmatic and elusive, you know. Yet again, just up to this point, it's always been that way. And we know really the least about him out of everyone that's in the mansion. But that was interesting to me. But nevertheless, I wonder if somebody else could be issuing commands to this particular group of mobbies, or if it's Satella herself, or if they have agency of their own accord, and their whole purpose is to, you know, absorb Mana or something of that nature. Who knows what their goal, you know, is in their existence. But it was interesting to find out about them and to get that revelation, dude. Some people might be like, this is fucking ridiculous. It was actually the dog this entire time, which, that coupled with what made this mystery of the mansion so good to me was how brutal Subaru's deaths were. How seeing his resolve and seeing him broken and building back up time and time again, losing different portions of the dynamic, all the things, how dark and twisted it was, all the things I said back during episode 1 that I anticipated from this series were starting to get glimpses of. And I know it's only the beginning. You guys don't have to tell me that yet again. I know it's going to get even crazier. But that's what I loved about this arc. That coupled, you know, the dog with the curse, coupled with the fact that Rem and Ram mistrusted him, you know, cause for this crazy setup to ensue. But I really don't have problems with it. I think that the revelation of the Maju is amazing, and I actually really like it. I actually really like the way the episode broke down with Beast. But getting back into it, dude, one thing that really got me was Subaru's dialogue in this episode. My boy is too fucking real, dude. When Rem is like, yo, why would you do this? Why are you risking yourself? And you can tell that Rem still mistrusts him, and that's one reason why I cannot lose this course that we're on right now, and this actual timeline that we're in. I don't want another Returns by Death because of the bond that's deepening with Emilia. You know, he has had the best rapport with both Rem and Ram on this current life, and on top of that, he has Rem's full trust. If not by the dialogue throughout the episode, saving her life in that last instance, you know, so however you want to look at it, I think Rem would have been fine, but ultimately, maybe he did save her. Maybe she wouldn't have, right? And I know after he put himself in harm's way for her, she's gonna not doubt him in the slightest. But that, you know, him admitting to having the evil aura and the smell of the jealous witch, on top of that, the comment about him and the demons, her kind of recognizing that and latching onto it yet again, and then the line that he gives her about the dreams, like, why are you doing this? And he's like, you know, Petra, that they're listing their dreams, Petra, Luca, Mildo, you know, man, that telling them what they want to do in the future and everything like that, showcasing that it's not even just this one time that he saw them. How genuine, kind, and caring and selfless Subaru is time and time again, always sacrificing himself for others. Even though he has this kind of tinge of selfishness, you can tell no matter what, Subaru will go in for other people, dude. And he will never discard those that he's forced his bond with, even though they themselves don't know it. Ram, they don't really know it. Even LIA-TAN doesn't really know it. The extent to which Subaru has been busting his ass to try and save them, dude. And when he said those words, he's like, they do matter to me. I know their names, I know their faces, and I know what they want to do in the future. I promise them we do radio calisthenics again tomorrow. He's not reneging on that promise, dude. He'll do whatever it takes to save them. And that's why he went in the way he did at the end of this episode. But I swear to God, if he returns by death, dude, it'll be crazy. I love that line. I love the line where he's like, dude, I want to respect Petra's feelings. If you take something on, you should make the effort to take it all on, dude. That line just really showcasing Subaru's persona, how genuine he is, and how much I love this character. He's my best boy of the season. Done. I've said it time and time again, but it's done. It's confirmed. But I also love what Rem says to him in that moment, where she's like, if you get too greedy, You might take on more than you can carry back. And that very, very well foreshadowed the events of the ending of this episode. And if the man actually died that moment, I'm going to be forever salty. I will be forever salty after the build-up of this episode, after the exposition, after the bonds we forged over the course of the last 2 episodes, after Subaru's resolve has been strengthened, after he's been broken down and built back up. For us to returns by death right here, I can't. I mean, if it happens, we'll deal with it. But I think we're on our way to a checkpoint. I think that cliffhanger was to fucking make us sweat like I am right now. And then all will be well and good when we come back to it. But that transformation still gets me, man. That transformation still gets me. It's absolutely insane. Rem went in like a savage. Even without that one, she was just going in with the flail. It was absolutely beast. I really enjoyed the episode. I really enjoyed some comedic moments at the beginning, which was all steeped in tension, like, you know, the old lady tapping the man on the ass and whatnot, and I'm laughing I'm laughing my ass off during that scene. You can check it out in the live reaction, but at the same time, I'm watching, I'm like, yo, so this person touches him, this person touches him. Ultimately, it boiled down to the dog, which we all fucking called. A great deal of us did. I know a lot of people were skeptical about it. I liked the way it was explained. And it was very much so, for me at least, it's very much so in line with the information that I knew about the spirits. It was close enough to these Maju and what's going on there. So I found that very interesting. But that's pretty much it, dude. Very, very straightforward episode for ReZero this week. Fucking hype, as always. I cannot wait for episode 10. I need to know what the fuck is happening, dude. But let me know your thoughts. And the live reaction should be up after this. I don't know what format it's going to be in because you guys should all know the situation at this point. If you don't know, please go watch the update video that was uploaded last Friday, and you'll be caught up to speed and aware of what's going on. But it'll definitely be coming regardless of whatever format I put it up in. There will be a live reaction coming. So let me know your thoughts on this episode, and I'm out. Peace.